Welcome back to BookTalks podcast. This is Kayla here. I'm sitting outside the Barnes & Noble out east, and I decided that this pre-holiday season, I'm going to read a bunch of holiday romance books. First, to get myself in the mood, and also so I'm able to recommend you guys books for this December season. There was a big table full of a bunch of holiday books. It was really hard to decide which ones, and some I've read before, which I will get into the ones that I have read outside this challenge that I also recommend because I do love a good holiday book around the holidays. So what I picked up was Love, Holly from Emily Stone. I've never read anything by Emily Stone. I've never actually even heard of her. She just, the synopsis just sounded really interesting and I wanted to read it. And the next one is from Hannah Grace. I have read Icebreaker and maybe two more of that series. And the synopsis sounds good. I'm just intrigued. But so I picked up these two so far. I will try and go to the library for some of them because I don't want to buy that many books because we're trying to be cost savvy here. But I did buy two. It was my birthday last month, so I had a gift card and I had $5 from Barnes & Noble rewards. It didn't come to too much, but these are the books I'm going to start out with, and then I'll go back to you guys. So the first book I'm going to read on this holiday reading vlog is Holiday Ever After by Hannah Grace. This weekend's very busy. I have 2 weddings to go to. I'm at my mom's house though, but I always want to bring a book with me, although I do prefer bringing my Kindles to events because I feel like it's discreet, but there will be some waiting around today, so I'm hoping to pick this one up and start this. I am currently reading the Magnolia Park series, and I've been having a hard time putting it down to start this reading challenge or whatever I'm calling it, so no, but I have to read it because Christmas is coming, Thanksgiving's in 2 weeks, so I need to get these holiday books in so I can give my recommendations on what to read, so stay tuned. But yeah, I'm starting with this book. I'm very excited. I like Hannah Grace, so I hope it's a good one. Welcome back to my holiday romance reading challenge. I don't remember exactly the parameters I set here, but I've changed it slightly to only make it books that came out in 2025. So I started my challenge with Happily Ever After by Hannah Grace. This came out, I think it's September 2025. I did read Icebreakers and her second book in that series. They were cute. I thought it was a cute romance book, but it wasn't an auto by author for me, but it was an author that I knew, so I was definitely wanted to pick it up. So it is a toy store empire's daughter goes to a small town to fix a problem at work. So she's a city girl and he's a small town toy maker who hates the man, hates her, and she makes town fall in love. I do feel like the romance story itself was very choppy. I didn't think it flowed well. I think the story within the town and how the town flows the overall plot flowed, but them falling in love just didn't add up for me. I was wait, what's going on? I don't think 2 people in real life would act this way with each other. Yeah, that was just an issue for me. I really had a hard time just rooting for them a little bit. For me, I gave this in 3.5 out of 5. I just it was cute. It was never close to a do not finish for me. I would say I just never really reached for it. I only really read it for this challenge on my commutes. I wasn't oh, I just can't wait to read Holiday Ever After. So I'm recording this after I finish my second book, and that book I loved. So comparing the two, I just didn't like this book as much. So yeah, 3.5 out of 5. So immediately after I finished Happily Ever After, I started Grace and Henry's Holiday Movie Marathon by Matthew Norman. Oh my god, I'm obsessed. I did not expect it. I kind of just Googled holiday books that came out in 2020. Bought it on Kindle, so it was on Spotify audiobook as well. I've been going on walks lately, an hour every day just to get 10,000 steps in. So I was going on a walk, I wanted to listen to some audiobooks, so I had them both. Bought on my Kindle, and I was hooked. I read the first chapter and I just couldn't stop, and then I was 20% in, and I was what the heck is in this book because I can't put it down. So I didn't even have time to film a recap on Holiday Ever After because I was just so excited to read more of Grace and Henry's Holiday Movie Marathon. That's a mouthful. But oh my god, it was so good. The story is two widows have second chance romance. There's like kids in it, because the main girl has two children, and there's a dog, and it takes place in Baltimore, and it's just really sweet. The flow is really good. It's like both POVs, and it just flows really well, and both POVs you like want to know. And I just really liked it. I never read a romance book by a male author before, and this is a first for me. I had very low expectations going into this book, and I really enjoyed it, and it was like a 5-star read for me. Like, this is definitely number one, like, recommendation. You have to read it. So yes, I recommend. First place so far is Grayson Henry's Holiday Movie Marathon by Matthew Norman, and the second place is Happily Ever After by Hannah Grace. I've only read 2 so far, so we'll see where my next books fall. So I am starting my third book of the challenge today, and that is Christmas at the Ranch by Julia McKay. I've never read anything by her before. I do think she wrote another holiday romance last year. I did see that one around. The cover. It looked intriguing, but again, we're reading 2025 holiday romances. But again, like, I read like 1 chapter, so I don't know what it's even about, honestly. I picked it because of the title and the cover, and I thought maybe it's like gonna be a cowboy romance, and we need to get a holiday cowboy romance in with the challenge as well, but we will see. I mean, again, I'm trying to go in blind, but I'm also like, don't want to repeat the same genres, so we'll see. I think the next I might have to read the synopsis to know what I'm reading, so I know I'm not repeating genres, but we'll see how this one goes. Welcome back to my holiday romance reading challenge. In the last video, I said I started Christmas at the Ranch by Julia McKay, and I have to say, I had a good start. Like, the first chapter or prologue was taking place like back in the day, and it was this like wealthy girl in a wealthy family rented this like cabin in this cute little mountain town, and she like snuck out one night and met the boy next door who was a local, and they like have this little like holiday romance. It was really cute. And then the book started back in present day, and from there it just flopped. Honestly, for like a romance, the two main characters, the two like love interests, barely spent any time together at all, and then they just like magically got together at the end, and I'm just like what did I miss? It was just like very choppy. I've read a lot of like city girls in a small town, like that trope. I read a lot of them. This just wasn't it. Like, it just didn't even flow with the town. It didn't flow in romantically. It just was like not a good book. I did not enjoy reading this. I like literally forced myself to read this for this challenge. So on that note, I gave this a 2 out of 5, which I don't even think I've given that love rating in a very long time, especially not this year. Like, I need to look through all the books I read this year, but I don't think I have anything lower than like a 3 or a 3.5. Yeah, I kind of got burnt out of this challenge a little bit with this book. So I'm really hoping my next book redeems it. So the next one I'm reading is Merry Christmas, You Filthy Animal by Meghan Quinn. I've never read anything by Meghan Quinn. I know she like has a couple books that are very popular. I was like waiting for the train home after work, and they had a small strand in Moynihan Train Hall, so I picked up this book because it was just kind of really cute with the sprayed edges. So I'm hoping it redeems it, because man, oh man, that was just rough to read. So my current rankings are also, okay, before I get into my rankings, which are kind of obvious because I read 3 books, I feel like I was so rough on Holiday Ever After now that I've read this. Honestly, I want to take back some of the things I said, because I thought that wasn't choppy, and I'm like, ooh, that was like smooth as butter compared to this book. That's I feel harsh. I'm sorry. But okay. So first place, obviously, Grayson Henry's Holiday Movie Marathon. Second is Holiday Ever After, and then third is Christmas at the Ranch. So we'll see where this book falls in my ratings after I read it. But that's all I have for now. Welcome back to my 2025 Holiday Romance Reading Challenge, where I'm reading holiday romance books that came out in 2025. So the 4th book I read was Merry Christmas, You Filthy Animal by Meghan Quinn. This book is about like there was a established holiday a Christmas tree farm and a attempted rivalry one ran by her, and he has the established one with his family. So it's kind of like enemies to lovers, but not really. It's a really cute story in a cute town. I would say this is the second in a series. The first book is not needed, but it does add a little more depth to the story. So I would probably recommend it, but I was just fine without it. I would say the two main characters are like painfully awkward to the point where you were like cringing yourself in some scenes. You're like, why are they saying this? This is so uncomfortable. Yeah, I got like a lot of secondhand embarrassment, and I also felt like it was a little bit of unnecessary steam in it. Like I just felt like I could have cut a few scenes and I would have been fine without him. But to each their own on that endeavor. I wouldn't say like I saw some reviews saying it was like very bingeable. I do not agree, but I also could have been just like done with the holiday romance genre at this point because this is my fourth book in, and it was longer than I thought. It was about it's like 450, which I feel like romance books I try and keep in like the 350 areas, an extra 100 pages, but overall it was cute. Yeah, I wouldn't say it's a favorite. I like went through my list and made like my top favorite holiday romance books because not including this challenge, like I've read a bunch and this definitely wouldn't make the list, but it wasn't bad. So I give this one a 3.5. So in my current ranking, like of the four, I would rank this third in front of Christmas at the Ranch. So that's my fourth book. So I did read my fifth one as well. I just didn't have a chance to record. So I read Good Spirits by BK Borison. So this book I very reluctantly read. I hate ghost books. I read like way back when I started Layla by Colleen Hoover, who I don't like as an author, but I decided to give that book a shot because people recommended it. And I couldn't even finish it. It was like a do not finish. I like immediately sold on Mango. Didn't even want it on my shelf because it was a ghost book. There's another book I read that was a ghost book that I really just like got the creeps from. Like I just don't like ghost books, especially in romances. So I was really reluctant to start it, but it had such high rankings and I had such misses with the Merry Christmas, You Filthy Animal and Christmas at the Ranch that I just like needed something that was better. And I would say this book was significantly better than those two. I wouldn't say it beat Grace and Henry's Holiday Movie Marathon. That title's a mouthful, but it's definitely a second place read. This main girl who's like pure joy. She loves Christmas spirit. Her parents are not really supportive or accepting of her. And she gets a visit from the ghost of Christmas past, who it's like very ironic because she doesn't really need it because she's like a good person. And he's not really a ghost. Like he's kind of like a real person and like nothing like goes through him. Like he's not like holographic. He's just many years old. I'm trying not to give much away. It was really cute. It was a really fast read. Like this one was bingeable. There wasn't like I felt like this steam was necessary. There wasn't too much unnecessary steam, even though it was like time traveling, like going back and forth in the past because they were visiting both of their pasts. That's what the Ghost of Christmas Past does, is to show you your wrongdoings. Overall, really like this book. I give this one like a 4 out of 5. It's just not Grace and Henry's Holiday Movie Marathon because that book was just like perfect. But this is a close second. It was very good. I wish there was like a little more of synopsis. I feel like it was a abrupt ending, but I enjoyed it nonetheless. Final ranking. This is where the 5 stand. This is the challenge ends here. So first place is Grace and Henry's Holiday Movie Marathon. Second place is Good Spirits. Third place is Holiday Ever After. And fourth place is Merry Christmas, You Filthy Animal. And fifth place goes to Christmas at the Ranch. So those are the books that I've read this holiday season. Unfortunately, I'm getting this out much later than I had planned. I planned to get this out before the holiday season, but life just got in the way. So I'm filming this now. So hopefully next holiday season, you guys can use this as recommendations. I do have a lot more holiday romance books that I would probably recommend over some of these books that I will do another video to share like all of my top 10. But overall, there were some good ones that came out this holiday season, and I look forward to the ones coming out in 2026. So that's all I have. Have a good night, and this is Kayla. And make sure to follow us on Instagram, TikTok, at BookTalks Podcast, and make sure to hit subscribe.